there is a fight on this Mohbad's case. Maybe I shouldn't say why. I know there are people who are for Wunmi and there are people who are for justice for Mohbad. And I believe the bone of contention for everybody is to find out why the question mark, why this dude, why he died so young. He's a healthy 27, well, soon to be 20, well, 26-year-old. A healthy 26-year-old. I see some people, you know, that are commenting that, oh, it's because he has blood pressure. No. The blood pressure, only borderline blood pressure, man. She understand? I saw the number last time to Losi Hospital, but I think right when he had an issue with the NDLEA, Tiwon Besori monitor. I think I'm not quite, you know, I can't remember up top my head right now. I think the number that I saw was 137. If somebody have a screenshot of it, please do send it. I think it's 130, between 137 or 147 over 80 something. I'm not sure, you know, Roni. She understand? Shattery, blood pressure ma high junior lo. Eyi to she wa yen borderline no she ma pe. To jẹ́ pé tó bá lọ hospital tó no lọ fún check up or whatever, they will tell him to correct it with diet, good diet and exercising and relaxing and all of that. In to she yẹn, wọ́n sì kọ́kọ́ máa wò wọ́n ní pé kó kọ́kọ́ correct with dieting pé ó lè reset are. Tó bá wá wò títí tí ò ṣe, wọ́n á gbé sórí water pill, which is amlodipine or hydrochlorothiazide. Can you man come leno but hydrochlorothiazide, something like that. Water pill me. So that I'll slowly go back to normal. So the fact me T blood pressure ń wọ 245 over 105. Àwọn yẹn ni wọ́n ti di chronic. Àwọn yẹn, if care is not taken, stroking kanlẹ̀kùn báyìí pen ó ń kanlẹ̀kùn. You get it? So majority borderline, if you don't care for it, if you don't take care of it, if you don't need it at the butt, it becomes big and it becomes problem. Which bad dieting, you know, bad kiniko can be a factor into that situation. She gets. Now, ibeye koni mo nboro lo. Mo believe the end result of all this bickering and fighting and all of this will be to find out exactly what happened to that guy. It is not going to be well èèyàn kan ló pa. Àwọn ìjọba, hopefully, because ìjọba gan ti wà compromised at this point. So that genuine results that everybody is looking for might be a little shaky, because at this point everybody ní ọkọ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, wọ́n roko sọ́dọ̀ ara titi wọn. Baba Mohbad ń roko sọ́dọ̀ ara tiẹ̀, Wunmi ń roko sọ́dọ̀ ara tiẹ̀. Anybody else involved is roko sodo ara tie. Prime boy roko sodo ara tie. Spending, you know, everybody is roko in sodo ara titi won in order to get cleared. But one thing remains. We pay if the finding tí àwọn ọlọ́pàá bá ṣe kí wọ́n má wà biased, kí wọ́n dẹ̀ má fi igbá kan bọ ìkankan nínú, kí wọ́n jẹ́ kí ọmọkùnrin yẹn kó rí justice. Kò yẹ kó fa ìjà, kò yẹ kó fa ìpè, kò yẹ kó fa kíni. Mo ti ẹ̀ gbọ́ pọ́n náà sọ pé wọ́n ṣépè fún ọmọ kékeré yẹn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí t'Ọlọ́run, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí t'Ọlọ́run. Mo ẹ̀bẹ̀ ni mo bẹ̀ o, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Gbogbo ẹni tó ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, ọmọ yìí ò mọ nǹkan kan. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀run ni, kò lẹ́ṣẹ̀. Tó bó ṣe ní wíwà tó wà yẹn, tó bá ṣe mọ tán pè ní jojo, àti pé kán gbéná kalẹ̀, kán mọ́ máa súnmọ́, kó má mọ̀ tó jẹ́. Tó bá jó lẹ́ẹ̀kan ló ṣe máa mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ iná ráàyàn lọ́wọ́. Kò ní ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kankan, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Bó ti lè wò kó mọ́. However, tó ṣe gbàdélé ayé, kò ní ẹ̀ṣẹ̀, kò mọ nǹkan kan. Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ní tọmọdé ò bá bá tàn, á bàrọ̀ bá ní tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ fún ọmọ yẹn. Nítorí pé á bá ìtàn, á tún bá àrọ́bá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, Ọlọ́run nílùú pa. But gbogbo eléyìí tá ń ṣe yìí, by the time tóun gan jókòó, tó bá tó ẹni ọkùnrin, tó tó ẹni ọgbọ́n, tó tó ẹni tó mọ ọ̀tún yàtọ̀ sósì, òun náà ní question tó máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ ìyá ẹ̀. Unfortunately kò lè béèrè lọ́wọ́ bàbá mọ́, lẹ́ni tó mọ̀ ní bàbá, kò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ ní bàbá because ó kéré púpọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n á béèrè lọ́wọ́ ìyá ẹ̀, á béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn ẹbí ìyá ẹ̀, á béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn ẹbí bàbá ẹ̀. Kí ló dé tẹ́ ṣe báyìí? Kí ló dé tẹ́ ṣe báyìí? Narrative títí ẹ̀, question tóun máa wá béèrè lọ́jọ́ iwájú, ó lè yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo ohun tí àwa tá ń ṣe wọ́nranwọ̀nran lórí social media yìí. Ó lè yàtọ̀ sí pátápátá. Totally different. Nítorí pé éèjì tóun ń bọ̀ yìí, kí náà ti ń pè, millennium tóun máa gbé dé, ó máa ti yàtọ̀ sáwa old cargo yìí. Á ti yàtọ̀ because ọgbọ́n tuntun lòun máa tún gbé dàgbà. Ó lè rí everything differently. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí t'Ọlọ́run, bá ti ń sunkún, kí náà ti ń pè, sunkún mú sí rọmọ. Tá bá sunkún àmà ríran, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ọmọ yóò ní ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ anybody lọ́rùn. Tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ búyàn, ẹ bú yẹ. Kódà ẹ lè fi pè ránṣẹ́ sí Mohbad nínú kòtò. Bàbá ẹ̀ fọ ilẹ̀ tó mọ́lé ní, ẹ lè fi pè ránṣẹ́ sóun náà. Ara àgbàlagbà á fi gbà. Ẹ má fọ ọmọ yẹn lépè torí kò mọ nǹkan kan. Kò mọ nǹkan kan. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí t'Ọlọ́run, mo kàn ní sáré yà bàrà síbẹ̀ yẹn. Now my question, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, and I swear to God Almighty, I might be wrong. Wípé ta ló lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ gangan? Mi ò rí kọ́mẹ̀ntì o. Aunty Doris ṣẹlẹ̀ dúró pa síbẹ̀ yẹn bí wọ́n no kan àtàntí kára ó lè mọ̀. Mi ò rí kọ́mẹ̀ntì anybody. Mi ò rí kọ́mẹ̀ntì anybody. Ṣé understand? Kí ta ni ó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ gangan láti béèrè DNA? Apart from bàbá tó believe pé òun lòun lọ́mọ. Now, unfortunately, bàbá ò sí láyé mọ́. Okay, bàbá ò sí láyé mọ́, Aunty Ṣadé. Bàbá tó ta believe pé ó bí kò sí láyé mọ́. Ta wá ló tún kàn tó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti béèrè DNA. Greetings, my Rosalind. How are you? Compliment of the season. So, who is next in line to ask for DNA? The father, the biological father, quote unquote, is deceased. Who is next in line to ask for DNA? Shatiri, the video that I did, I think a couple of days ago, maybe last week or something like that, And I said in that video that, unfortunately, the parental right of Baba Mohbad in his son's life was shifted, was pushed aside. Likewise, the mom was pushed aside. And you ask me why? This is my reason. Baba Mohbad, because all this awuyewuye, all this uproar, all this unrest about DNA and whatnot was, I don't want to say he's the one that started it. I know it was this guy, very dark man, that kind of threw it out there for everybody to grab on. Then he said he the grandpa said he wanted DNA, right? Okay. This is my point, Ipe, why I said his parental rights was kind of pushed aside, plus the way and manner that he did that boy, he did him wrong. Yeah, Baba Mohbad. You did Mohbad wrong, any Kennedy. Now, in the interview that I had with him, many interviews that he had outside, right? Thank you. I'm going to read the, I see people that say the paternal parents of the husband, father, mother, okay. Because I saw in one show that they said the grandparent doesn't have a right to ask for DNA. So I kind of was confused about that. Like, okay, really? Now, the father is no more. And the family are questioning the, is it the paternal right, or the are questioning the birth of the child. So who else then has the right? So in all honesty, I was confused. I'm like, okay, could that be right? That the grandfather doesn't have a right to ask for DNA, and because the father asked for DNA, he has to first of all go do a DNA with the dead child, with his dead child, before he can claim DNA. Please, let's not be let us not be sentimental. Yeah, questioning the paternity. Thank you very. I know I'm circulating. You know. So now, why I said Mohbad's dad did him wrong. The audio that he did with me, which people kept saying don't play it because it's going to get him more bullied or whatever, and I agreed, I stopped it. But he had so many interviews that he said in there that his son kind of told him that he questioned the promiscuity of this wife, that he's not sure. Okay, this is my question to Baba Mohbad. This is my question to Baba Mohbad, Nipe. When the child came, at least you saw when the wife was pregnant, and your son told you at some point that he's not sure because of her, of her being promiscuous, right? Okay, now when that child now came, what stopped you as a father, as a grandpa, let me put it as a grandpa, what stopped you putting your foot down and say, listen, before naming ceremony, we have to do DNA? You did Mohbad wrong, Baba Mohbad. Let's be honest. Oh no, ni mo sorry. Baba Mohbad did wrong. Oh my, his parental rights was pushed aside. I don't know, maybe it's because of him just being too slow, he's not, like nonchalant attitude, like I don't care attitude. I don't know. Because a sane person, a normal person, somebody with the right senses that your child told you, confided in you, and said, I'm not sure about this girl's pregnancy or whatever, and yet you have the right to say, give me 150,000 naira, let me go do a como in my own house. First of all, in the tradition of Yoruba land, I don't know about the other tribe, if your father is alive and your child that is in the same vicinity as you, even if the child is away, that naming ceremony will be done in that father's house. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ejo, am I right or wrong? If you are a Yoruba person here, please kindly share this show. Please, Ejo, Emma Bino. If I'm right, please tell me. Or if I'm wrong, please, I stand to be corrected. If your father is alive and you have a first child, or first grandchild to be precise, that naming ceremony is supposed to be done in that grandfather's house. Now, you, Baba Mohbad, you did not put your foot down when your child confided in you and said, okay, I am not sure about this girl, you know, this and that. Then you should have told your son right in front of the daughter, because in your king Karen dear way, you should have said, my dear, tí ọmọ yìí bá délé, a ní láti ṣe DNA before ká tó ṣe ìkómọ. All you got to do is to expedite that DNA. Because now all these voice notes that is going around about the interview that was done with the suspects who are in custody, they are now saying that Mohbad said to Wunmi, which caused the fight in the car, that he cannot do visa for Wunmi and Liam because he needs to know who the father was before he exited mysteriously. I'm going to say mysteriously because we still don't know how. You understand? So, the dad, Baba Mohbad, you should have put your foot down and say, mi ò ní Karen dín nǹkan mi. Ọmọ yìí sọ fún mi báyìí kàsà báyìí káwòdì. He said he's not sure. So before we can do any naming ceremony and be wasting money that we are not supposed to, or be attaching to this new baby like we are not supposed to, we have to do this DNA and clear it for Kati. Then you would have commanded a lot of respect, Baba Mohbad, rather than you now asking after that son is exited this world. You would have commanded repete respect. All this Bilala and Koboko that they're giving you right now, you draw it on yourself. You wawasi the Koboko for yourself. You know? Now, okay, you didn't ask for the DNA right after the baby was born. But yet, you have this secret inside you that your son shared with you. You kept it inside. And the son, or maybe the wife said the naming ceremony should be done in their own house or whatever, you know. So they want to go do the naming ceremony there. But you say, oh no, it's your house that, you know. That means, omo ye gan mi robo fi gbogbara. But you follow you because food to you one letter. You wrong that boy in so many ways, which everybody already know. It's just a point that I'm like trying to, like, you know, pick out. Nobody in their right senses. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, because some people might say, oh no, Koribe, because we know how people think on this blue app. I have some Muslim friends. And this is what they told me. If you're Muslim, please correct me if I'm wrong also. That if your father is still alive and you are the first male child, even though you have married and you have kids, you do not have the right to kill ram during Ileya time. If your father is still alive and your father is still ill and healthy and your father is still killing ram for Ileya, that means, oh, ti wo Ileya niyen. But the moment your father passed, it is transferred onto you. I don't know, Ejo, because I'm not a Muslim. This is what I was told like years back. So, is that also true? So, that means, our own tradition as the Yoruba speaking, we have killer have, you know. We have tradition that we follow. I don't know about this days in you. But even though you are in America, you are in anywhere in diaspora, should not change your tradition. You know? You are in America doesn't mean when you see your mom, you kick your mom or you say good morning to your mom standing up. You still have to kneel down. That is the tradition. Your father is alive. You have... When I had my baby here in America, they still did the common back home and they send name. The name. They send the name and the name, you know, showed up in the birth certificate. That is how it should be. That is how it should be. So, after that boy came, all this ho and all this noise and everything, you know, this would not have been a problem, would not have been an issue if Baba Mohbad acted like a original dad. Let me put it, no, not original dad, because I'm not saying he's not his dad. Acted like somebody who is active in his son's life for the good reasons. You understand what I mean? Because if you want to be active in your life, in your children's life or in your kids' life, you cannot be half and half. You have to be all in. Even though when the child is all grown and everything, yes, you will give them the respect of, okay, you are now, you know, a family man or something. They can come to you for advice. And so just like I said last time, you stand, you command your respect from where you are. You still let them know, listen, in as much as I'm alive and I'm still your dad and you still bear my name, this is how it is done. This is tradition. This is this. This is that. You understand? It came... What came positive? I don't understand. Sister Doris, I don't understand. You said it came positive. She never argued. She did it. What? I don't understand what you're talking about, ma. So, she understands. So, that part, Olo Fagbogbo, Basbo said, Bati Baba Yenje, now for asking for DNA, is like medicine after death. Okay. It's like medicine after death. But then, which also now, back to my question that says, who has the right? Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbàgbé pé Baba Mohbad tí ó ti ṣí ẹsẹ̀ gbé ńbẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n ti ṣí ọ̀nà, wọ́n ti ṣí ẹsẹ̀ gbé. Wọ́n act like bó ṣe yẹ kí wọ́n act. You understand? Now, you asking now makes it look very bad on you. Even though you are right for asking for that DNA, but you're asking at the wrong time. That is the question. That is the problem. You are asking at the wrong time. Because ẹsẹ̀ tó yẹ kẹ́ ti gbé síwájú, òun lẹ́sẹ̀ wá ń gbé kẹ́yìn. So, it feels like you have a motive. It feels like you're after your child's property, royalties, and all of that. It feels like that. But I know in his mind, like I said, ìṣòro kan lé ayé ẹlòmíì ni. Some people ṣẹ́tìrí àgbà òkọgbọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ míì òun ló yẹ kéèyàn kọ́kọ́ sọ síwájú ẹlòmíì ó máa lọ sọ kẹ́yìn. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó yẹ kó sọ kẹ́yìn òun ló máa fi síwájú. Some people know how to start, they don't know how to finish. They know, you understand. So some people are like that. But this blue app is not looking at it that way. Because why? It involves a human life that was lost. Area again, before court, kí court tó lè ní right, èèyàn kan ṣá ló bí Mohbad. Mohbad dẹ̀ bí èèyàn. Okay, Mohbad now confided in the father and say, òun ò ṣe òun pa ọmọ yìí o. Bàbá dẹ̀ gbé sára. The baba gbé sára. But now, all this voice note that is going around saying, okay, this is what Mohbad said that caused the fight, that caused that fight in the car on the way from Ikorodu back home, is until I'm sure who this child belonged to, I'm not going to do visa for you. You understand? So, I mean, it makes it sound like, I'm not going to say those people did not hear it because they're in the same car as him. If that's what if that is the story they want to stick to, it's still going to push the courthouse to say, okay, if everybody is pushing towards this thing, go ahead and do it. Let us clear this here. Let's clear it. Whoever is presiding over that case, if they want to be real and say, okay, then they can order this thing and clear the air. And if Wunmi is very sure of herself, then she needs not to be afraid. But then, Mohbad is not here to fight for himself. Mohbad is not here to talk for himself. Mohbad is not here to tell us what he said to her that caused that fight. Now is a hearsay. He said, we heard, she said, he said. So at the end of the day, I don't see why this DNA is not going to be granted. That is if the court is up to the court. But like I said, some people say that I'm reading your comment that the grandfather has the right. The court has the right. Because if the court should ask for the DNA, then that means they're trying to get somewhere. And the place where they're trying to get to is people that are saying that was the genesis of their fight because of the paternity of that boy. Then the court needs to know if that was a genuine argument that they had in the car. If they want to establish it, then the court will order for it. And if it comes you understand? If the result now come to, however the result come to, then we will know. Then they might say, Wunmi, okay. Those people that said it's because of the DNA that was, it's because of the paternity that caused fight in the car. So that means those people were right. Because now they have to prove Wunmi, by doing that paternity, it will prove those two boys wrong in Prime Boy and Spending. Because now this is what they said that the Ologbe say before he left. So for the court now to believe those two boys, okay, lo she DNA you are ejeka won to wa nbe. Now the DNA has to be done. Onkori omi she DNA lójoojúmọ́ bí ẹni mu omi ni. So of course they can utilize one of the facilities that he uses, and I'm very sure there's a lot of facilities in Nigeria that does DNA. You know, they can choose to do it in multiple places. I'm sure people will be willing to pay for it, gone, because already any gone, oti toju swim gone. Are we sure ta ló lè béèrè fún DNA? Now we're saying the grandfather has the right to ask. The court has the right. Like I said, the only reason why the court will have the right to ask is to try to verify what those two guys in custody, if they were actually saying the truth, that okay, the Mohbad, this is what he said. In case you want to verify what we're saying, because that was what caused the heated argument. How about you do this DNA so that you can verify that what we are saying is right or wrong? You know? To me, I think that's logical. So either way, if the court now asks for it, Wunmi cannot reject. And I'm not saying she has rejected or not, but I also heard like the mom is saying there's no need, they should not do DNA. If the court asks for it in order to find out if she has a motive or if she truly had a fight or heated argument, let's say heated argument with the husband, that DNA will let us know. Because now there's two witnesses that said Benny, they had a heated argument. In fact, they had a physical fight. You know? Oh God. Only agbára yeye. Shatiri, I'm not even talking about royalties right now. If you royalty le, Shatiri ọmọ yẹn, nto máa jẹ, Ọlọ́run máa ṣe fún. Ọlọ́run máa ṣe fún. If you royalty or no royalty le, this is his life. Ọmọ kékeré yẹn. Life ti ẹni. He needs to know. Don't know about that. Because all these controversies on him, he will see it. He would. Amareni to ma fi hàn, amareni to ma point yes, amareni to ma te Google sí. Àbí tó bá dàgbà tó mọ ẹni tó ń jẹ́ Mohbad, àbí tó rí picture, tó rí kíní kan, á béèrè question. He would ask. He would. And I'm sure he will say, Mami, kí ló dé tẹ́ lọ ṣe? Torí wọ́n ní tó go èèyàn bá dáyàn lójú, èèyàn máa fi sáré wò ni. You know? But Wunmi ò ní láti fi sáré right now until time yẹn bá tó. No, don't say that. Why is he making it tough for him? Why is he making it tough for him? She thinks she's doing the best she could for that boy. Besides, ọmọ tó máa kọ́kọ́ bí nìyẹn kò ní previous parental experience or whatever. So, unfortunately, eléyìí, I mean, ariwo surround there. So, she thinks she's handling it the best way she can. So, there's gonna be, right now, I'm very sure she's confused too, because she doesn't know advice Tani Kingba, advice Tani King law, Taloma Safumi Kinikin she, you know. She's confused, she's young, she's only 24 for crying out loud. She's only 24. She's only 24. Trust me, she is confused. Some people say, oh, she's smart. She's taking it. If she's smart, then she should act smart. Well, Shatiri, gbogbo eléyìí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀, all this gbasgbos ìjà ló dé torí dòwe, she get. Bá mi share, I'll show you. Ìjà ló dé torí dòwe. You understand? Yeah, our lawyer can advise her. Oh yeah, our lawyer can advise her. But let me tell you something. The lawyer will advise her. It's still up to her. If she want to take to that, if she want to yield to that advice, if she want to take to that advice. She understand? Yeah. A solicitor will advise you. It's still up to you. Because at this point, there's so many so many... Again, there's too many people talking. She just needs to go within herself to say, Oluwa, fimi mono demo koti mo fe se. It's too much. This noise is too much. This ariwo is too much. I know it's still justice for Mohbad. I am not backing down on justice for Mohbad, but at the same time, she's in a dilemma. Like, you know, my dear mama.